created where, in fact, currently 6 months. The law says we pay them in 6 months. We don't intend to pay people in 6 months. Once the regime of payment improves, contractors don't really care whether there's a clause in there or not. And we are determined to use the big push as a template to start that without having written that to the contract. We pay them within a reasonable time. Then they can go and actually retire their indebtedness to the banks or the financial institutions, and everybody will be happy. So we shouldn't be too worried about the clause of our interest on delayed payment. With regard to advanced mobilization, yes, if we had the money, we'll pay. But as a minister, we owe contractors we can't pay. And then the same contractor comes to get a new job. And then you are using the money to pay advanced mobilization. And then the certificate you owe him is attracting interest. Won't you rather pay off his debt and allow him to use his own money as capital to start the new project? I think we had this discussion with them, and we thought that it was appropriate. That is why we want to thank the Parliament for making allowance for some amount to be set aside for arrears clearance. The last check, I think we have paid almost 5 billion towards the arrears, and we will continue to do that. The Ghanaian contractor deserves to get his money back so that they can go back to site in our communities and work and make those roads safer for all of us.
Minister for Roads and Highways, Kwame Governs Agbodza said, already we a road accident, baby, a paja duruna, niyem crash no. Or see niyem shishino rough because until say, now we know we say road safety force. Road safety force, then I so. Adentina, we say car say we na come in na to, car we na just say accident. Or say accident no Dawson, and a man for say honorable. Obe pretend to say unim say ye kwan photos e chen say de oda sea lake ni river friends e bosum twen che say aya mina nko enti kan ewuram yo na pie yo wuram yo as a zigzag enti ubewie no eye den accident no benya ubewie na obo joint say now alignment ni say okosesa che say niam bebre e say cars nti car na asay why this oh mami nko kakra medu magazine betina panya ewo oko adaka kese enkeni kwaso ofa kwaso awia kete moja na omonam awia so na no ye John Dramani mama se ade na ya nkwasasem enti ye the weight limit ebeba cars akese mu ntime mfasa na no ye just 2 days ago car kese fa niema pa amini ato mama for rashifa niema therefore spaghetti ne daneto therefore mo daneto therefore fuel tank calculate me to na man far rashe ekofa fuel ade ekunipa de bia se yentimi nyai the all sign car home by force na say eniema ekunipa no according to the road minister honorable Kwame Governs Agbodza say Ghana road safety say driver for na sebi car no say onim twio se contemporary tem yempesika enwu ebotom na driver yenye sika na ona enkosu onim de ntia onim motivation no say na esi bebre road accident esi bebre ni na because of your reckless driving but eno so ntire say ono as a minister Edema Rose ebeka say Ghana your Rose ni na yo debi say Rose ni na ya nka necessity say John Dramani Mahama bega say koko gold go board ni koko board nkan bom sika omenya beba asemfa so de no yemfa nkogu account be a friend the big push na the big push no yebo wuramu a sa foto no de sika na de ko no empuntuduma nko a empuntuduma no ba ko edi kan John Dramani Mahama my president your president our president John Ababi Ojon Kwame Nkrumah obetima ye edema ne se sa foto no de big push no ye de be ya kwan pa from ofom gosi market for market basically from fear kosi office from office ekosi airport na je say otilo ye kono anesa na je say bia ye kama enti ojitum o admit say erose na enye enti na John Dramani Mahama create say the big push nti kwan ye because why name of no drivers for ye contemporary time pentema druntem no aha ya mo kwaje dan mo kwa bantema beji dan die nko na mu hia wo kwan so a mo nto mo bo ase nkon kakra sada bia mo beduru e na be kire se oh ye duru asundue mu eye chen se oh ye contemporary ya ndruntem ye wie no mienu ahwere mo nkwa ase ye no ye nkwa asem nti ye beja ye nyai na ye nka no kura nkire ye ho na drivers for no mutika ma ya munkasa nkire mo se utwa kai the last time I take kumase car mo basunyai ya kasa nkire driver say driver who speed too much akwani mini ya ni koko apai eni ya car no na asa chichide se usi na ntikura na obedu eja car afi bedu we bi wana ba kutia mu driver wo de obekọ akode obekọ na afi de adunum ye bewu ayehu because they all go there about 11 pm anado ye mu ye fi kumase be se 2 hours journey e bedu sunyai na wo na ntete se de basike kura be sa ahwe chairman eni akode obekọ wo de obeku yakun ano sati asubio mean say speed na no pe. And the number of times I've seen reckless driving on the street, Allah wallahi, it's alarming. I am very, very alarming. How people all of a sudden decide not to obey rules and regulations or laws when it comes to the roads. Abba. This is open telmas how to kwasem kasa. Ube na ne sign o da kwasa obi a enka ono nka open tem nko bebi a o de bre se nko beduru fie ko na busuan hwe ne ma na pa ne da kobo ne yakunu. How many times near reckless driving sake inti people who were walking on pedestrian road car ko crash o maku omo severally enti ye be dan na way a stop na way anema the honorable minister for roads honorable Kwame Governs Agbodza say emre ne nkrabia na be kire yedes nemum no adrawa fo no munya abotre kwan no so yegusu ayeye.
Any accident that takes a life or injure anybody and damage property is unfortunate and should not be countenanced. But we know that the data we have from National Road Safety Authority suggests that majority of accidents happen because of driver error. But I also know that government must take steps to improve the nature of our roads. It is not for any other reason that government is investing in over 70 billion Ghana cedi in improving the road network in our country this year. And I think whilst the roads improve, our conduct as road users, drivers and pedestrians must also improve to make sure we save lives. So we are addressing the same thing by improving the condition of the road. But that will not take away the fact that, drivers who are not responding professionally to their code of conduct as drivers also needed to improve so that together we can drastically reduce the menace of road accidents or carnage on our roads.
Na kwani de mu be yo ugo pie mu awo ofanko nsawom Amasan road na kwana na no ya me ka kire mo se fans bibi ekoso John Dramani Mama oni de road minister Kwame Governs Agbodza ko pie so ama contractor heat pa ama fa contractor ne se adwuma ndi o obebo ne wadre ama adwuma na asi John Dramani Mama sa share ne boss papa there how be are says gasem kon dia forget it the big push you ho e be push you the ofudua pa and e push no won tu beduru wate ana so yoki mate me bo adwuma na anu ya professor akwa no so kwan cars bia kofa so akohwe ne magu so ma go slow acha shebe sa akwa no so aside that rose do ayenye ya nso akoda ne bo ati bidi wey ana ukopiem ewa atwima chiefs ayin for what atwima say debi di chambo so kosi Tetima road no the way na danko akufo do Dr. Mahmoud Bamie eyi omani John Dramani Mahama ne the big push any road minister Kwame Governs Agbodza so baya ase omoso atwi omani ana say debi ho mo de ye di kan ka kire mo election time se mo ba mo ye mo se anti mo be yo enti atwima ukopiem ahemfo e wo ho akomo bu ye ba kokoro se debi entakwan de ye be kwa ma ye manfo ya ma ya ahemfo se ye be frɛ ye ohini na ebe yo debi ye be ya ahemfo se de be ya ye manfo ebenya fa hudie benya trimode because de ye mom no ye nipa edi ye hwe so akontakwa edi age ameki jo se mo kwan ye be ye edi amaye from the chambo so ekosi Techman Road no obeye anamonye Kwame Governs Agbodza uni choice obeye na when na mi bi se unti road minister Kwame Governs Agbodza enti munya we se mu road work na mutwa no faso ni so about 90% of cars on the road in Ghana here are not roadworthy. Sometimes I ask myself, what is even the meaning of roadworthy? Why do we even have to? Why is it even compulsory? Are there any many roadworthy here? As I say, MTT do for me. Because I can be having a damaged car, a damaged vehicle, and yet, if I have the roadworthy, are you enough? So, Mama Mako, are you enough? First of all, you are already buying accident cars. Bro, no onya sebi onya kwasia. Endi onu onim se car no ye. Wo mechanics etin abrofo no. Mo na musua theory mechanics. This nipa no ko magazine wa kosua proper mechanics, practical mechanics no. They are can in classroom mechanics. Professor we engineer. Any day and obekọ nam ayi obi fitani ochi your friend is in magazine and any car man ontimi nyo ye ni na yawe na broni na no wo mechanical we practical no onim bibia di o machines bi test car no ze fault no wa yenye na wa ono car ni accident wa park kosi wo na insurance company na car company na okoje ye no ya sama man different car ni etete e di fruits sa agakra de man. Enti accident cars majority of cars are who no Ghana ha. As California here for na majority accident cars. Enti car no already our fault and the free US UK ho Germany ho ne deba. Ye de bedu ya port duty board the nende tikano kra yentimi ni kakra betima yi no na ne manage ni sa. Enti ubako no obika o use 30 years ago. And ye ko to taxi driver no. Your taxi driver na I don't know they go for kwan so but oda so road wait ye twama no when the car is bad and the police is doing the service to the nation because osina ka treasure enti omoba 2 Ghana 5 Ghana na oje enti the all checking 9 2 cities 5 cities kwan so nya portos da so enti obe na do say the car burning no e doji portos so be ko na ni stay mu adende na obeti kakra oni car for kakra chi nipa na ewu. So how we easily manage to lose lives in this country? They be American. Nyankopon free obia Ghana ha midonyame. Nipa do ewu Ghana ha nyankopon tu nizam free obia. Our own recklessness, our own negligence, our own greediness, and yes that. I know a car, a sprinter car, I konya accident from Edra to Kumasi Road. Na car accident konya inana say. Ni brake fluid asa ana kope samna wuro na menim say a alternative say or the manage o say ade no manage more than 1 week just say e tika gran grama ni chama you okay ana onamu afri kuma say e ba be say kwadwira mamponku no mo ka kese asese kwa no so achujuwa esesi wa ka bia metonko Ghana ha to service bia nya adwuma the only time I yeto obi bia ko e ya bra ya chew ye pese eju sika baseka na sesi a friend say on at area a bit me accident like I yemfa ho ana parking crane nipa welcome na we guess what driver na onu mom di sam na wudogu mu wan na amanfo ti wa ala ya ka o nyame na dia ba nyame ko fa hemfa no de bai se obi se bi ni jimie enti wo so di sam na wuro e be black food abra black food ne bo air for power and I'm talking about early 2000s more early 2000 and negra brave food ni ene 2025 ah yes na na da roma nema boy ya din brebrebe no ene brave food ga yesen na then time no 2000s more na driver timi yesa na yesi nyame na dia ba odi den na ba and most of the accident that happens in Ghana here now we cause am now we know how it happened and yes road minister the drivers are driving careless their cars are bad. We making sure say port e be free Togo me hu dey Togo port e free aye dey dey sika ye be sika nka ye minima ketewa bi na cars ntimi wuram na cars mo no amanfo ntimi yusu bi se na be cars bo nya den At the same time, your Rosie, mu making sure, say your Rosie, mu be ye, kwane ye, kane ye. Na police you know, na doing you correct. No, 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 probably no, so ye be correct. Nka accident ni yate so more than 50%. Na ye knew 1 year, ye or 10 months. Na according to road safety for the data be 12 accident are so far so many over 1,000 a day. Na cholera outbreak COVID-19 graba ekunipa sa. Tama na malaria yenya hu aduro bia na ekunipa sa fa yi a. Adai. Enti baby aduru no. Yes, road minister no kure. Ye driver phone bebre na madwenye. Omutu kan se de omote yelu play mu awie mu obi ani ho no. But at the same time your roads no sunye. At the same time any regulation be sa road weight no. I don't even know how it exists because it does not work. It's not working. Cars a number kwanso nenim. Imagine look at the trotros are here. The trotro na nanam probably na including even government vehicles like buses. Metromas. Ube Metromas bus. I say trotro are usually 30 years. No intercity buses from the government. Meanwhile, elsewhere, people only have to use their ID card as students to walk into the bus and go to school for free. When in another government, at a month for bed, so Bagana, my boss and the president got omra. On an informal month for so much. Oh, Chrono started. Yea, a brony bay, one way in this entasi, a Shagana, a Shana, a say, I dream boni fita. A Adam Bonnie, a fita, your quid, and so on can, Phoebian can ye. Ye team the better than you. But road minister. Kwame Governs Agbodza say the end is near. Road accident no, you be more better roads and driver for no so you be for kwan because we preach educate you say be a lot of south too much overtaking the pentema contem abantem no so better na accident do AC e kwan so ne car kesi ato ha ne taxi with the ha ne Prague we agbowe mu ne car we akobo Prague we mu the number of accidents that have happened in just this month alone I cannot count. Into identity and a sebasa. The road minister, Honorable Kwame Governs Agbodza, or the fire nina at the bar. Our roads will be better, our drivers will behave well, and Ghanaians will be safe. The death road no a crossroad no esobeti. And no any vim and vigor are the road minister, Honorable Kwame Governs Agbodza, Eddie Amaye. Way a naked truth of Oldboga trends. For comment not to comment section na say we are subscribe like it na say munya eso enye bi ehwe edi no e ba ko pe Maxi Billian Accra. Bye bye.